Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Ask Coach Marie. I'm Marie O'Neill, founder of Padma Life Coaching, and your host on this series. This is the place where you ask a question, and I give my unique opinion as a life renewal coach, astrologer, and past life regression facilitator. Please know that I am not a therapist, and I will never tell you what you must do. Each week on Friday, a new video is released with me answering 2 questions from the viewers. In addition to those questions, I talk about various other life renewal topics. So let's go ahead and get started with the questions for this week. Our first question comes from Evan, who is in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And Evan writes, I'm a perfectionist, and it often stops me from finishing projects or even starting them because I'm afraid they won't be perfect. How can I learn to let go a bit and embrace good enough? Oh my goodness. Evan, this is a really good question. And it's a question that a lot of people have. It's something that I've actually had to work through in my life too. So I have great empathy for what you're going through. When you're dealing with the issue of perfectionism, it's not something that ever really goes away. What you do is you have to learn to manage it because you're always going to feel that what you have done isn't good enough, that you can improve it. There's some hacks, though, that you can do. One is using time. If you know you have a project that you're working on, set a deadline of when you're going to finish it. And once that deadline comes, you have to actually stop and publish whatever it is that you're working on. Because the other thing that you have to know is there is no such thing as being absolutely perfect. Sometimes good is good enough. If you keep tweaking over and over and over again, you never actually complete the project. You never actually get it out. So when I'm writing, for example, when I wrote my book, I just wrote everything. I dumped it. I just wrote everything on the page and I didn't worry about how it looked. I then gave it to an editor to actually edit. I didn't do the editing myself. That's one thing that you can use. You just write out or create whatever it is you want to create, or at least the first draft of it, and then you give it to somebody else to do the editing. That's one way to deal with it. Another way is, as I said, just set a deadline for yourself. And once you reach that deadline of working on a project, you have to let it go. You have to release it and know that it is good enough. You can enlist the help of friends with this. These are just 2 ways that I started with the time, setting a deadline and putting the information out there. When I was writing the book, just writing the first draft and not worrying about the perfectionist part. That helped a lot, turning it over to an editor. So send me a note and let me know how you're getting on with that. The issue, as I said, does not ever really go away, but you can work with it and you have to be really aware that you're doing it. And I think you are, and you have to just let go. All right, send me a note and let me know how you're getting on with that. Our topic for today is inspired by the question that Evan asked. And our topic is embracing imperfection and finding joy daily. With this particular topic, there is always perfection in everything that we do. The universe is perfect just as it is. There is chaos in the universe, and that chaos is perfect, because it gets us where we need to be. And it helps to inspire us, to motivate us, to strive, to do more, to do better. This is all good. The intention behind whatever it is we are doing or creating is the most important aspect of the creating. It's the intention. What do you want? What are your goals? work with that. You can always feel that a project is done because the project will tell you that it's done. This is not a mental construct. It is something that is intuitive within you. When it's done, you feel it's done and you let it go. You release it out into the universe. And the universe will, if there's anything else that needs to be done, the universe will take care of it either through you or through someone else. This is another way of finding joy with the creation, because the creative process is what I'm actually talking about here. And there's an ebb and a flow with the creative process. You start a project, you work on it, you let it go. You start a project, you work on it, you let it go, and you don't go back to it because it is perfect in its imperfection. This is the way life is. How many of us have something about ourselves that we want to improve? Do we really need to improve it? Or is it something that we want to improve? The two are quite different. Most of us, there's something that we don't like about ourselves, when in fact, we are perfect in our imperfection because we are a reflection of the universe. We are a reflection of the divine through us, and we're created in the divine's image. Whatever it is that we have that we don't like, obviously the divine liked it because the divine created us with this perceived imperfection. Being accepting of who we are goes a long way with working with imperfection. That's what I wanted to say about that. Let's move on to the final question for today. The final question comes from Maya in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Maya writes, life feels so routine and a bit dull lately. What are some simple, easy ways to intentionally find more joy and appreciation in everyday life, even when things are busy or stressful? This is a really good question, Maya. And one of the things that I always recommend is having a gratitude journal. And even if you don't have a journal, thinking about things that you're grateful for when you first wake up in the morning. If you can have just 5 things that you're grateful for, that changes the energy that is being expressed through you so that you feel more motivated for the day. Also, think about things, your bucket list, if you have a bucket list, or put things on a bucket list if you don't, and start taking action to achieve the goals that you have on your bucket list. This will help bring joy in your life. And also, accomplishing goals is something that gives a different type of energy. You may be tired and exhausted at the end of the day, but you feel good inside because you're accomplishing something that you want to do. If there's a trip that you want to go on, or if there's a friend that you want to visit, whatever it is, do it. Take action. Enlist the help of friends too and family to accomplish goals. Sometimes you might want to have a full day of just reading. Whatever it is though, make sure that you actively choose to do something every day that brings you joy, whatever it is. That's going to go a long way in helping you to feel that you're energized, and it helps to motivate you. It helps your life to feel more energized and that you're not just existing. So I hope that answers your question. Please comment below and let me know how you're getting on. All right, we have come to the end of the questions for today. Thank you for spending your time with me this week. If you would like to learn more about me or who I am, please be sure to read my book. Check it out. You can find it at any of the online bookstores. And the name of the book is And the Lotus Opened, a Memoir. It is my life story and how I work through the issues that I've had. It was basically written to give you a blueprint that you can follow if you choose to, or at least help you to create your own blueprint for working through your own life issues. If you would like to learn more about the services that I offer, please check out my website, padmalifecoaching.com. On there's information on astrology, life coaching, and past life regression. This is how I work with people to help them work through their issues. You can always send me an email through the website, or you can sign up for a session, or you just peruse the site and learn more about those particular topics. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. In particular, like the videos so that the videos get out to a wider audience. So I will see you back here next week. Please have a wonderful weekend and wonderful rest of the week. Bye-bye.